Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like it o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, aren't you? Yes, you are. But you already knew that, because everybody knows that now. We should see, my gosh, the subscribers and the likers. Oh, and the don't likers are fine too. Not too many of you out there. I'm sure there's more of you out there that don't like it. Don't be afraid. Express yourself. It's okay. It's okay. By the way, the whole like thing, whatever, if you really do like it, hitting the like button is just sending flows of energy to the algorithms of YouTube so more people can bask in the pearls. That's the necessity. It's not necessity, of course, it's a choice. But if you really would like to do that, hitting the like button or not like button, actually, they both, as long as there's interaction, being in the comments and subscribing and all of that, just allows YouTube to know that there is love here. And of course there is. I don't have my namaste cup today. I have classy and shit. Because I am classy and shit, aren't I? That's what I thought. I know that's the first thing you thought. This guy's classy and shit. That's the first thing you thought when you saw me or heard about me or whatever. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yesterday's picks, we were 2 for 5, which doesn't sound very good. But in actuality, okay, the one that really I got to talk about. In fact, I don't even know if I'll talk about the other games because I'll go do it quick. The Dallas Oilers game, I said, don't listen to me and don't listen to me. I think I'm starting to realize that your own home team that you love is probably just don't bet on that or don't listen to someone who's giving you advice on it because there's too much emotion involved. Yes, I got it. I got the Dallas game wrong. The Oilers won. I said they were going to lose, which worked out for me because I want them to win regardless of who I pick. Avalanche versus the Blues, we got the Capitals versus the Jackets. I watched that game. Okay, there's this stigma that the Capitals have a hard time with the Jackets. Well, they seem to believe it. And McKinnon is such a good coach. I'm very surprised that he can't find an angle to have these guys get it out of their head. I have a theory, though. First of all, let me say it. What the Capitals do is they stop the puck as much as they possibly can. Tortorella tells the goaltender, cover it up. Stop the flow of the game. Keep it all choppy so they can't get in a rhythm. And then when you get the puck, just shoot as much as you can. That is a really good strategy when you know the other team has got more skill than you. I'm surprised the Jackets don't use it more than they do. The problem with that strategy is it wears on your own team if you do it all the time. It seems like Tortorella has just decided to pick on Washington on this. And the reason why is there's a way to solve that issue. And Washington has the talent to do it. You simply take possession in the neutral zone and play around with the puck a lot. Get the flow going in the neutral and in your own zone. Allow Columbus to step back. In fact, the guy that was really known for this was a guy named Guy Boucher, Coach Guy Boucher, who did it with the Tampa Bay Lightning when he was a team there. And what happened was he was playing against Philadelphia one time. And they did it in such a way, it was like also a trap system to go with it. It was such a boring game to watch. But they did it almost like playing soccer or football for you European fellows, which I actually agree with. It's a foot and a ball game. Football makes sense. But anyway, I'll get into this some other time. But what happened was Philly took the puck and they went into their own zone and they just sat there and watched them. And Tampa Bay didn't go after them because their coach told them not to. And they looked really stupid. It looked so bad. Washington could make Columbus look really bad. Now, here's where my theory comes in. I think what's happened here, that Trotz before him and McKinnon has decided that they're going to use this game as a way to defeat this type of action that they're doing, this type of defense system or strategy with their game anyways. It's almost like, if we lose, whatever. Let's try to beat this the way the game is supposed to be played and not follow into it. It just seems like they've been stubborn that way, and that's why they keep on losing against them. All I got to do is play around with the puck in the neutral zone, play like a possession system back in here, make them look silly, and they'll actually feel embarrassed. By the way, I think it was only 2 or 3 weeks after that happened, that Philadelphia did that Boucher was fired. Because the players got so embarrassed and he didn't change his style. Amazing, eh? Okay, so that's something. We got to get to picks today. I wanted to get into what it was. We got the Panthers right, and Preds versus Rangers. I actually had the rain. I was basically fading that game, so it didn't really matter that we were incorrect about that one. So let's get to our games for today. A lot of games. It's going to be a long video, but you guys love it so much. That's the thing. That's the reason why I do long videos now, is because I get letters saying, we need more. We need more. And I don't blame you, because I need more of you. And I love the energy that I get from you while I'm doing these interviews and afterwards. It's amazing. It's fun stuff. Okay, here's some pearls. There you go. Bruins, some more. Okay. Bruins versus the Kings. Bruins, I believe, are coming off of a kind of a road trip. The Kings have been on the road for a while. Depending on, Quick has been playing better. I think you could take the Kings in the points here. I don't think the Bruins are going to blow them out. The Kings have been playing pretty well defensively. I've got the Bruins winning 3-2. Leafs versus the Sabres. I'm thinking fade. The Sabres are playing very well, but I like the Leafs flow better. So I'm going to I'll give you your percentages now. I'm taking the Leafs about 55 to 57% over the Sabres. The Sabres are playing extremely well. Jack Eichel is almost doing what Taylor Hall did to New Jersey back when they made the playoffs and he won MVP. He's putting them on the back and it's like he just said, I am sick of this shit. You guys are coming with me or I'm going to kick your ass. And Taylor Hall is that type of player, and that's actually why he's leaving New Jersey now. I'll get into that some other time. The Bruins beat the Kings, I say 57%, which isn't really that high considering the Kings are not a great team. But I haven't liked the Bruins' flow lately. The Sens versus the Lightning. Sens have just coming off a really bad loss. They're trying as hard as they can. The problem is Zaitsev and DeMello are out of their defense. Let's try as hard as they might. They don't have an NHL level defense right now. What Anderson is hurt. I'm not sure who they're going to be putting who their goaltender is going to be, but I have a feeling the Lightning will win this anyways, no matter what. I've liked their flow. What the Lightning are doing, they're beating teams that they should and losing to teams that they that are higher than them in the rankings. So I imagine that will keep on going here. I'm taking the Lightning 4-2. Islanders versus the Preds. I can't go against the Islanders right now. They always seem to be able to win no matter what. They just came off of a fairly long road trip, but they've had 2 days off. And Granlund is also out for the Preds right now. The Preds have been playing a little better, but I just think the Islanders are better prepared in every way. I also don't think Laviolette's going to be long in Nashville. He's having difficult time creating the energy he used to there. Ducks versus the Flyers. Farabee, Lindholm, and Konechny injured for Philadelphia. Try as they might, they just don't have the offense with those people out. The Ducks have Manson back, are a better defensive team overall, have just as good goaltending, will probably score a few more, 2-1, 3-1 Ducks, something like that. Red Wings and Jackets. Jackets just spent a whole bunch of time. This is another reason why I don't like playing that system like the Jackets did, because it does make you feel embarrassed and it belittles you. And usually the next game, you lose. That's usually what happens because you go into the game, you're out of your rhythm now. I'm taking the Red Wings 4-3. I almost have a feeling that Tortorella does this to Washington just to watch Ovechkin squirm. Because I get the feeling that Tortorella does not like Ovechkin's style of winning and enjoying life and all of that and not taking things seriously and still kicking your ass. That's just me. I could be wrong, but I have that feeling. Hurricanes versus the Jets. If the Hurricanes have Reimer in the way he's rolling, I got to take the Hurricanes here. They've been on the road for a while. They're probably pretty tired. The Jets look like a good team. I don't think Reimer's going to be in. I think it's going to be Mrazek, and I'm taking the Jets 4-3. Percentage on the Ducks, I actually have it very high against the Flyers, 70%. Percentage on the Hurricane Jets to beat the Hurricanes, without Reimer in net, I'd say about 60%. With Reimer in net, probably like 53. It's pretty much a coin flip. By the way, a 4-3 I think would probably be an over there. I think an over is a very good possibility, especially if Reimer is not in net. Stay in the comment section, boys and girls, because I like it. I like it. Calgary versus the Penguins. Malkin's going to be in. Calgary's on, they were on a serious rush, lost one with Ward. I don't think that's going to change much. From what I saw of Ward behind the bench, I really like him a lot. I like his energy. I don't know, I think Calgary's going to win 4-3. That's just an energy thing. That's it. So go with that. I'd say about, 55, 57%. And that's a head thing, but the energy thing, I feel like 70 actually. So there you go. Golden Knights versus the Wild. Pardon me. Golden Knights versus the Wild. The Golden Knights flow seems to be heading in the right direction right now. The Wild have some injuries up the middle, and we know about being weak in the middle, don't we? Right. It's not a good thing to be. Weak in the middle is not good to be. Life or hockey, we don't want to be weak in the middle. This is why we don't wear pants. Right? There's a whole philosophy that goes with that. I'll do a video about it sometime. Maybe I'm going to write a book, How Not to Be Weak Down the Middle. Golden Knights, 3-2. Simply, again, sort of a flow thing. Also, the Wild have been on the road for a while. I just like their energy. Yotes versus the Sharks. This is a big game, biggest game in the land, isn't it? Taylor Hall should be playing for the Yotes. Sharks have been playing better. When Sharks get good goaltending, they win. Now, I do believe coaches affect that to a certain degree. However, Jones has gone through several coaches, and the energy doesn't seem to ever get there. Maybe that changes now under Bugner. Maybe we're starting to see a change. I like Bugner's energy there when I see him behind the bench. I like how he's affecting the team. How long is it going to take for Hall to really... I think Hall's going to go in there and he's going to shut up. And that's the big thing. If Hall just keeps his trap shut and tries his ass off, he can score like 90 to 100 points. As soon as he starts yapping, the energy changes in his team and in himself, actually. Yotes 4-3. Yotes 4-3. Tough call, though. I really would fade this game. There's just too much emotional, mysterious energy going on with that game. It's really hard to tell which way it could possibly go. Maybe Hall gets in there and they're all like, oh, what do we do with this guy now? And how do we work with him? And it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. It's possible he goes in there and just takes the team and scores like a motherfucker. It's possible that their energy is so incredibly happy because they got some scoring for them. And I'm leaning on that. Well, that's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. Couldn't do letters today. I'll probably do them tomorrow. There's too many games. But it isn't too many games for the letters. But it's never too many games, is it? So, have a great day. Lots of love to you.